introduced here today. As we read you the starting 11 for TSS Rovers women's side, led by their head coach Kevin Booker, his second season in charge for TSS. It is May Hobenshield in goal, numerically going number 7 Claire Yee, number 8 Sophia Ferremo, number 11 Sophia Kramer, number 12 Katie Bishop, number 14 Elise Boutry, number 15 Erin Van Dolder, number 17 Sophie Campbell, number 18 Taylor Nekic, number 20 Delana Friesen, and number 21 Nina Lewis. They make 3 changes from last week's game at home against Langley United. And for Unity FC and their coaching staff, Paul Ballard, Graham Roxburgh, who's not here today but is on the listed coaching staff for the season, Rob Giesbrecht as well as Brenda Stratton. For the home side, Unity FC in goal is Yasmin Pahal with Elizabeth Hicks, their captain, wearing jersey number 4, number 6 Kylie Hendricks, number 7 Kristen Sakaki, number 9 Maya Bajpai, number 10 Manchester Sidhu, number 12 Danielle Cooper, number 13 Erin Stewart, number 17 Charity Field, number 21 Jenna Baxter, and number 24 Sina Kashima. An absolute beautiful day here for the home opener for Unity FC 2025. We are underway as Unity moving right to left in the white jerseys with the black jersey numbers. Kickoff temperatures 16 degrees here on this stunning afternoon here at Cloverdale Athletic Park. Glad you're with us here on YouTube as Unity FC in their first home game of the season, 3rd overall. TSS playing their 4th game this season. Swan Guardians making their presence felt to our left here as Unity in the white and black jersey numbers, as mentioned, moving right to left. TSS in the red with the white jersey numbers is Katie Bishop, their captain, on the ball early. Plays it up the left touchline for Claire E. It goes into far side. Just kept in play by Elizabeth Hicks, the Unity captain. And will be throw in for TSS just in front of the Unity bench on the far side. Sophia Ferremo showing short here on the throw-in. Claire Yee, she does really well to get to her right foot. She'll try a shot blocked by Liz Hicks, a fellow BC League 1 BC veteran. Jenna Baxter, TSS Rover of last year. Maya Bajpai. For Baxter up the right touchline, and another throw-in just in front of the scores table. Bajpai to take the throw for Unity FC. Good turn by Charity Field, a driven ball to the 18. Back to the top of the box for Kylie Hendricks. Off of a Rovers player, believe, and it will be a throw-in for Unity down this left channel. Kristen Sakaki, veteran TW, take the throw in here. Sina Kashima, one of those teammates of Sakaki with TW back in the day. Hendricks as well to battle it back for Unity. A good cross in the box. A header in front looking for Manchester Sidhu. Goes all the way out to the right side for Bajpai. She'll whip one in again on the right foot. It's a good one towards Hendricks. A teasing ball for Hendricks. Gets it to her right foot, and good job by TSS to get it out of the 6 and clear towards midway point of the half, but not out. Sidhu in the half turn. Slides it to her left for Sina Kashima. Kashima as well to hold it in. Right foot a ball in. Ferremo will clear. Bajpai steps in. And well defended by Taylor Nekic. 30-year Rover to win her side a throw despite the pleas of the Unity bench. Nekic towards her captain, Katie Bishop. TSS doing well to get themselves out of danger with a nice ball towards half. Played ahead though by Danielle Cooper. Kashima. There is Friesen taken out by Hendricks, but the ball from Hendricks to Charity Field just a bit too far ahead of her, and Hobenshield will collect for the Rovers, the visitors this afternoon. Foul on field, a free kick for TSS, about 5 yards outside of their 18. First foul of the game between these two sides is Obenshield will be the one to distribute the ball on the free kick. And jumps over the head of Sakaki. Clary now channeling it through to her right for Sophia Kramer. Back for Friesen. Did really well to get past Hendricks, but nudged away by Danielle Cooper. Kramer, a nice turn. A block by Sakaki, who came back, and Celeste Beaudry tried to play it back towards the 18 of Unity. She'll take the throw of Beaudry. Friesen back for Beaudry on this near side. Beaudry. Nina Lewis whips one in towards the 18. Fremo will steer it back for Nekic, the left back today for TSS. Nekic will play it towards the 6, but just skipped past Claire Yee and collected by Yasmin Pahal. Pahal, one of 9 players to retain their spot from last week's game for Unity. A shootout, literally 6-4 win over Vancouver Rise Academy last weekend. Back and forth seesaw affair. Only changes is Maya Bashpai and Kristen Sakaki coming in. Baxter. Sakaki up the left side, quickly ahead for Kashima. Kashima to her left foot towards the 6, and well defended by Katie Bishop. Corner kick coming up for Unity on this left side, first of the game here. The first 6 minutes of action. Charity Field will come over to take for Unity FC in the white jerseys today. Fields right-footed ball in towards the 6, nudged away by a couple of Rovers. Erin Stewart back for Jenna Baxter, the former Rover from last season. Frembo getting it away from danger and finding Kramer. Erin Van Dolder back to her left for Nekic, then Van Dolder. Frembo just too far ahead of her and collected here by Sakaki. Baxter. Nudged away by Sophie Campbell, one of the 3 changes for TSS from last week's game against Land United. Bishop plays it through. Hicks did well to step in for Mai Bashpai. That one just passed to do on the far touchline. Nekic will take the throw. Nekic started all 3 games this season for TSS, takes the throw for Bishop. Bishop all the way back for goalkeeper May Hobenshield. Van Dolder. Under pressure was Lewis, but was able to find Delana Friesen through midfield, and the Rovers can break out from their own half. Fremo for Lewis. Right side. Done by Sakaki. She's been excellent so far in this left-sided position. Looks like almost a left back for Unity. Left wing back, if you will. Van Dolder will play it all the way back to Hobenshield. Just too far for Campbell. Collected by Bashpai. Bashpai will have a shot, make that Sidhu, and it was blocked. Bashpai does well to battle on the far side. Friesen finds Sophia Kramer. Ferremo skips past the challenge. That was Sidhu. But well defended by Erin Stewart to negotiate that ball back to her captain, Liz Hicks. Pahal to Cooper. Now along the left side for Sakaki. Kashima. Back for Sakaki, 2 players that have plied their trade overseas professionally in Europe. Bring a lot of experience to already experienced Unity FC squad. Not just in U Sports, but across this league. Bashpai. Sidhu. Under pressure by Kramer, and wins her side a free kick just about 5 yards ahead of Giesbrecht on the far side. Will be Hicks to take. The right side towards Field. Campbell was able to nudge it away. Now Katie Bishop for TSS. Erin Van Dolder. Van Dolder, little 1-2 between her and Lewis, and back to Van Dolder. On this right side from Elise Beaudry. First appearance of the season for Beaudry. Open shield for Bishop in midfield, and Nina Lewis will play it at the left side for Faremo. Spreads the play to the right. Stepping up was Sakaki for Kashima. Kashima tried to win it back, and a foul there. It's about 10 yards inside the Rovers half, and a free kick for Unity. Kashima. Teasing ball towards the boot of Field, but kicked ahead by Van Dolder. Kramer. To the right side for Lewis. Beaudry up this right side. Just too far ahead of Kramer. Field nudges it on for Baxter, two very capable goal scorers in this Unity squad. There with Mencha Sidhu. Well, won by Kashima, just could not find Field. It was a few yards ahead of her. Kashima drops her head, just knew that there was a chance to counter-attack for Unity. Lewis for Friesen in the half turn. Well defined Kramer, and now through for Clary. Might be a chance for TSS, but Clary is offside. Down the right flank as she tried to get that ball through from Friesen, just as capable as Yi and Friesen, who were brilliant the last couple of seasons for TSS. Cooper back for Pahal. Skipping ball finds Bashpai, and then for Sidhu. Stepping in well, though, is Faremo, wins it back for TSS. Sophie Campbell. Campbell, a 2023-24 U Sports Academic All-Canadian with the UBCO Heat women's soccer team. Bashpai with the throw. Or Charity Field. Skips past her opposite 17. Campbell with a lovely ball, dotted away by Beaudry. Hendricks knocks it in midair for Kashima. Kashima does well to try and get a shot off, but sails over the goal of Hopenshield, and it will be a goal kick for TSS. Just about 14 minutes gone on the clock. No side yet to either register an official shot on goal. First attempt of the game for Kashima just then, but it did, unfortunately, for the Unity side. Sail wide left of Hopenshield's net. Van Dolder on the deck finds Friesen for Remo. To Taylor Nekic. Nekic just tried to find Friesen, who was in close proximity, but it will be a throw in for Maya Bashpai. Bashpai just nodded away from Baxter. Hendricks. Collected by Faremo. Now Aaron Van Dolder. Former McEwen Griffin in 2021-22. Van Dolder. Friesen. The close chance, and the Hall came in to collect it just in the nick of time for the host this afternoon. Pahal. Bashpai ahead for Charity Fields. Field in that right touchline. Try to find Sidhu, but it will be a TSS throw for Taylor Nekic. Cautious start between these two teams this afternoon. Bit of a feeling out process in the first 10 minutes or so, but Unity have slowly tried to get themselves in the front foot. Sakaki. Sakaki. Fremo does well to step in. Now Kramer. Van Dolder. For Taylor Nekic, and TSS will try and find Friesen, but Bashpai, who's been influential so far, will intercept, and now Sidhu. Under the challenge of Nina Lewis. Got it to Hicks, back to Sidhu as those two play catch, and now Sidhu will beautifully find Sakaki in space up the left side. Sakaki top of the 18, onto her left foot. Plays it low, Van Dolder slipped, but TSS was able to get it away by committee. Claire Yee. Kramer for Nina Lewis. Friesen waiting, but just went off her foot and collected by Pahal. Bashpai for Baxter. Pokes it ahead for Manchester Sidhu. Hobenshield for Sophia Faremo. Looped ball finds the boot of Lise Beaudry. 1 kilometer up and down this right flank so far is Beaudry. She'll find Claire Yee. Friesen back for Yee. Stepping into his Hendrick, but comes a second time to Faremo. Just couldn't find Yee. A wonderful interception again by, you guessed it, Liz Hicks. She's been excellent defensively through the first 18 here this afternoon. Lewis trying to just about clipped it through for Beaudry, who again was playing as the right winger there inside the Unity box. Cooper will collect. Sakaki. Cooper up the left side. Beaudry will knock it right back to Kashima. Hot Potato finds Van Dolder, who will just calmly settle it down for May Hobenshield. Good pace to this one, and a cool but warm afternoon here at Cloverdale Athletic Park. Home opener for Unity FC women's side at 2025 version of the season. Unity women were 5-1-0 last year here at Cloverdale Athletic Park in the home schedule of the season. Only loss was to the eventual champions of Whitecaps, so basically 5 wins against all other teams, not the champions last year for Unity. Good feather in the cap for this squad as they prepare for the home schedule this season. Been few and far between in the first few weeks, this match week 4 of L1BC Women's Division. Unity won both their First 2 games this season, besting Burnaby and the Whitecaps last week. Kashima, well done by Van Dolder, who stepped in, timely tackle to win it back for TSS on the counterattack. Kramer. Been a couple of great defensive plays from both these teams here, and teams that have goals throughout the squad, as I mentioned. 6 last week for Unity, only the 1 for TSS against Land United. Lost their last 2 of the Rovers. Kramer. Stewart stepped in, hasn't got much of the ball thus far. Erin Stewart, she's in a defensive midfield position for Unity today. Holding down the fort just in front of the center backs, Hicks and Cooper, alongside Hendricks as Stewart. Looks to be a 4-3-3 almost for the home side today. Bishop, well won back by Unity. Stewart for Charity Field. Hendricks, forced to do. Runs into a tackle, but he's able to get out of it unscathed and carried on with the ball for efforts. TSS were able to win it back, and they'll reset through Hope and Shield. Aaron Van Dolder. TSS content to just slow the play down. Unity very good on the counter so far today. Nothing to show for it in the goals category, but they've looked very good in the 3 up front with Fields and Baxter and Kashima. Clary turns away from a couple of Unity players. She'll try her efforts from a long ways out, and Pahal makes a nice save, and Yee can score from pretty much anywhere. Good save there by Pahal. Good position in that long-range effort from Claire Yee. And now the other way, can Baxter counter? She's offside. That was a tight one up that left channel as Baxter was off to the races. Baxter was a Rover of last year. 6 goals with TSS, so knows how to put the ball in the net. One-on-one against Hicks. Can Kramer do something with the ball here? On her left foot to her right. Kramer carries to the outside, has it go, and it's in the back of the net! But they say it's offside. Ferremo nudged it home, but in behind the back line. And on 23 minutes, TSS thought they had the lead, but Ferremo knocked the pass. I guess it was more of a shot from Kramer, but either way, offside, our TSS. That close to the lead. Sakaki, well found by Aaron Stewart. Sakaki, Baxter, beautiful. Ball to the left side for Kashima, will hold it in. Kashima one-on-one against Van Dolder, whips it in low, off the boot of Field. And cleared to halfway. Friesen, great hold-up play. Up ahead for Yee, who's on her own. Just settle it back to her left for Nekic, who cushioned it well and puts the ball back on the deck. Kashima the other way. One-on-one against Beaudry. Up the right side for Hendricks. Nekic will get it out to up the far side. It will be a throw-in, though, for TSS. And off the right leg of Kylie Hendricks. TSS thought they put themselves in the front foot a minute ago. Ferremo looking for a second goal of the season, which would have been team leading for TSS if that one was allowed, but an offside position after a heck of a play by Sophia Kramer to get inside the 18 of Unity FC. Well defended by Hicks, but she still got a shot off, and Ferremo was able to deflect it, but offside. It stay scoreless through 25 here. Bishop all the way back to Van Dolder. Just in front of her own 18 for Nina Lewis. Lewis beautifully for Ferremo up that left side. Ferremo just couldn't get that ball from Nekic, and now great job to relay it to the near side by, I believe that's Aaron Stewart. Sakaki for Charity Field, and now Kashima. All stepped in by Friesen, but Cooper will follow up for Sakaki. Kashima wins it back for Unity FC. Up the left side, closed down by Beaudry. Looks like TSS are prepping to make a sub on that far side. See who's the one to come off. Bishop back for Campbell, and then Bishop. Delena Friesen. Kramer. Well done by the Rovers on the build-up here. Look good in that attacking third. Friesen ahead for Beaudry. Plays it to the 6. Away by Cooper, and a corner kick coming up for TSS. I believe it's their first of the game here. A scoreless affair as Taylor Nekic coming off here for Caitlin Chu. TSS making a swap. Their first corner kick coming up here.
Fans, we've got some great news for you. The debit machine is back up and running, so if you're going to run to grab some cash, you can go there and then. You can pay for your beers and food.
Beaudry in the short corner from Kramer. Kramer got it back on her right foot. Beautiful ball across, and Field nudged it away. It will be another corner for TSS. Now lead in that category 2-1, but no score on the board here. Chu started the first 2 games of the season for TSS. Only had 6 minutes versus Langley last weekend, but we'll get a good run in here for Brendan Corey and his staff. Kashima sees another corner, but was able to negotiate that one away from danger. TSS may be looking to take the corner short again here. Do take it short. Thought about it anyways, whipped in towards the 6. Sakaki nudged it down. Van Dolder, left-footed ball, knocked down. A follow-up is cleared away by Elizabeth Hicks, the Unity captain. Back up in the air from Sakaki. Lewis. Well done by Hendricks to get it away from danger. Sidio in the half turn. To her left here for Aaron Stewart. Cooper just too far for Stewart on this left side. Be a throw in it for TSS and Elise Beaudry. Friesen calling for the ball, got it, and a throw in for Unity. Kristen Sakaki, a long throw for Charity Field. Mancha Sidhu scoots away from Nina Lewis. Now Jenna Baxter. Baxter ball in, headed the wrong way by Hendricks. Tried to nudge it back towards field, but will roll to the right of Hopenshield, and will be a goal kick here. Through 30 minutes, Cloverdale Athletic Park. Unity and TSS in their first meeting of this season. Match week 4 of League 1 BC Women's Division. Only notable event in regards to goal scoring happened 7 minutes ago. It was a connected goal thanks to the boot of Fremo, her second of the season. However, she was in an offside position. It was called back, so take nothing away from the effort by Kramer to create that opportunity for TSS. Beaudry will concede a throw-in on the left side. Sakaki for field, back to Kristen Sakaki. Stewart. Driven ball towards Sadu. Van Dolder will go back to Hopenshield dangerously. And played to half by Hopenshield, but ball back to her from Van Dolder. Didn't have enough pace on it. Put her team under pressure. Faremo for Van Dolder. Now Campbell. Faremo. Friesen's been active here for TSS. Trying to play it through for Claire Yee. Up in the air by Hicks for Stewart. Good read by Sakaki as she was under pressure, but did well to negotiate it back to Pahal, or keeper. Bishop with an interception, a good position. Back up in the air by Maya Bashpai. Off the head of Campbell, and TSS will concede a throw up the right side. Officials for this afternoon's match: Ben Ritson, first assistant referee Samuel Stewart, and second AR is that one's offside.
Go, 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 go!
Sadu offside. Second assistant referee Jonathan Hutchinson, and fourth official Garrett Coombs. Sadu offside. Got a great ball through, but thought she put Unity ahead. Good to know the technology we have all set up here is good to go, albeit for a no goal. But hey, it works. Friesen. Claire Yee just had it go off her right foot, and Elizabeth Hicks will once again get it into the TSS half. So both teams offside goal. Just inches there for Manchester to do. At least she put it in the back of the net, but just ahead of the TSS back line, and judged to have put in the back of the net illegally. Substitute Caitlin Chu trying to race down that left side. So it will roll and stay in play just for a moment, and it'll be a very deep throw in here for Unity, which will favor TSS because of the speed of Yee and Friesen, who can certainly create something out of nothing. We've seen them make a couple of great little plays here. 34th minute. Still goose eggs on the board here. Certainly entertaining. First meeting of the season between these two. Unity is 3-2-1 all time against the TSS Rovers. 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Both teams won 1 game each in the first 2 seasons at League 1 BC in 2022-23. Come to that miraculous exciting run to the final for Unity at BC Place in the 2023 League 1BC season, playing in the League 1 Canada Interprovincial Championships that summer. Well done by Field. Up the left side, Sakaki's going to have to hustle, but got Sidhu with her. Sakaki. Up this left side. Back for Danielle Cooper, and Sakaki did well to ensure that one didn't go all the way down the pitch, but Beaudry put herself under pressure. Gave it away. Sidhu, top of the near corner, saved by Hobenschild, unorthodox. Kylie Hendricks, a second attempt, blocked in front by Van Dolder. That was a cannon off the foot of Kylie Hendricks, and a great shot by Sidhu. And a second shot on target of the game for the home side, and just about Hendricks looking for her first of the season there. Baxter for Sidhu! Manchester Sidhu!
No,
1-0 Unity FC! It was coming! In the 36th minute, Manchester Sidhu beautifully heads home across on the right side. Her second goal this season. And UDFC lead on 36 minutes here from Cloverdale Athletic Park. Marvelous header from Manchester Sidhu. And after an offside goal moments earlier, Sidhu says, I'll do it again. This time, not offside. And Unity put themselves ahead in the latter stages of the first half here on this Saturday afternoon. Kramer, Friesen, up the right side. Kramer, can TSS maybe get back in this game quickly? Kramer, right side, a beautiful ball, and it just rolled past the head of Delana Friesen. Great cross in from the right side. Spanish Pie will take the throw for Unity. Great opportunity just then for TSS, and both chances, good chances for TSS in this game. Not to say they haven't been pushing forward with prowess, but Kramer, again, just creating some space for herself, and just did not connect with the TSS head in the 6-yard box. There was a couple there, though. Rovers trying to answer back here. Nina Lewis has to get rid of it, just did. Stewart with some pace to try and get there. Beaudry up the right side for the Rovers. Kashima got a foot in, but not away. Now Beaudry beautifully skips past Kashima, much to the chagrin of Unity's number 24, Kashima. Lewis for Bishop in midfield. Hicks will nudge it away, but only as far as Bishop. Lewis. Foul there on Unity's Kristen Sakaki. Referee Ben Ritson blows the play dead. Free kick coming up for TSS in a pretty good position here. Aaron Van Dolder's right-footed ball towards the 6. Up in the air, Stewart. Well collected here by Beaudry. Sakaki, and concedes a corner. Fourth of the game here for TSS by my unofficial count. Just one for Unity, but they are the ones ahead. Thanks to Manchester Sidhu. Second goal of this season in the 36th minute as we approach the 40th. Beaudry. Kramer. Back to Elise Beaudry. Teasing ball up to the far side and just about in good position for TSS, but it carried it wide to the right of goalkeeper Pahal. He's yet to face a More than one shot on target. It's Claire Yee from about 30 yards out. First little bit of this game. Hall will distribute towards half. Baxter has been quiet against her former team in the last 20 minutes or so. Tries to lay it through for Charity Field, and now Hopenshield will quickly play it for Bishop. Nina Lewis. Hendricks nudged. Referee gives a foul. As Friesen was judged to have been the recipient to that one. But it goes Unity's way. Free kick for Unity just inside their own half. Elizabeth Hicks. Lewis plays it to Hendricks. Yee ahead for Hendricks. Make that Lewis. Stepping in was Bashpai towards Charity Field, trying to counterattack. Field's ball across, and just away. Right there was Baxter in front. And Unity have already been the beneficiaries of an own goal this season. That was against, I believe it was Vancouver Rise last weekend. Corner kick for Unity FC, their second of the game for Charity Field. Unity doubled their lead here just a couple minutes before halftime. Great ball in from Field up towards the back post, and Hicks was there, and it'll be a goal kick for Hopenshield. Just one assist last season with Trinity Western for Charity Field. 4 goals, though. Just completed her 4th year with the Spartans. Played 65 games all time with Trinity Western. Beaudry for Nina Lewis. Claire Yee. Knocked away by Bashpai. Elizabeth Hicks now. For Hendricks. .42nd minute of play. Unity grabbing the first goal of the game, 36th minute. After offside goal for both teams. One in the 23rd by Ferremo and one in the 32nd by Sidhu. And she's able to get an official goal 4 minutes later. After some false alarms by the supporters on the near side celebrating that one for Sidhu. Here is Beaudry. Had the lion's share of the ball in this first half for TSS. Can the Rovers answer back? Friesen. Top of the 18, Kramer. For Beaudry again in a good position. Ball was blocked by Cooper. Did well to get it back on her right foot towards the back stick and goes past the head of Katie Bishop here. See how much time is going to be added on. 44th minute of play. Clodagh Athletic Park on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Glad you're with us here on YouTube. First stream of the season for Unity as we'll bring you the action this season. Men's game coming up at 7 later on tonight. And always a good matchup between TSS and Unity men. Here is Van Dolder. Elizabeth Hicks retreating as Bashpai got it back for Hicks. Friesen. Great ball through. Claire Yee to equalize. Saved by Pahal. Second shot on target of the game for Claire Yee. And she was denied by Pahal. It happened so quickly. but Pahal was able to turn that one aside. Keep it 1-0 for Unity FC. Sidhu. Back for Bajpai. Picked up by Katie Bishop. Now for Remo. Off the foot of Clary on that right side. Throw in for Bajpai. Bajpai towards Charity Field. Did well to turn away from Campbell. Fields and negotiate out into the end line, a corner kick for Unity. They're third of the game. Looking to double their lead. On the stroke of halftime, will be 1 minute added on here.
All
right, today's fourth official.
1 minute of added time.
Aaron Stewart over to take the corner for Unity. Stewart's left-footed ball towards the 6, towards the goal, and don't know if Hobenschild was able to make a save, kind of punched it over, but it was on the other side of the crossbar. Bishop. Campbell. Caitlin Chu. Thrown again for the Rovers. Chu came in earlier in the game for Taylor Nekic. That is halftime here at Cloverdale Athletic Park. Unity in the driver's seat. 1-0 lead over the TSS Rovers. And that was courtesy of a 36-minute goal from Mancha Sidhu. Her second of the season, a headed cross from the right side. The Rovers had a disallowed goal in the first 23 minutes thanks to Sophia Ferremo, but it was called back for offside as mentioned, and Mancha Sidhu also scored in the 32nd before her official goal, but it was, you guessed it, called back for offside before Sidhu connected 4 minutes later on a headed goal. And that's where we stand at 1-0 Unity after the first half of play from Cloverdale Athletic Park. Back for more in about 10 minutes or so here, live from CAP.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here and it is time for the Coca-Cola halftime contest. And we want to introduce first our contestants for today. Here we have
Samuel
and
Leah.
two very good soccer players here to compete at our half field contest here. So Samuel, tell us, which team do you play for?
I play for Astra in Saskatoon.
And he traveled all the way from Saskatoon just for this moment here, folks. Big day for him. And Leah, tell me, how about which team do you play for?
Rich Meadows.
Rich Meadows, woo woo woo! And finally, because we need to know where your skill level is at. What position do you play?
Defense.
Defense. Solid clearing distance, I can see. Amalea, how about you?
Midfielder.
Midfielder. That's all about passing, as you all know. Okay, we're about to enter the game here. What both our contestants have to do, each of them have 3 balls. They're going to take turns to pass the ball into the net right there. And whoever gets closest, or the most amount of balls inside the net, is the winner and is going home with some amazing prizes. All right, who would like to go first? Ladies first. Fans, let's give it up for Malaya. First one's very close. And now make some noise for Samuel. Let's go. Just here's off wide right. Malaya, your turn again. Oh! Samuel, wow, they're both getting closer. Last ball. Pretty close, pretty close, pretty close. Ooh. And do we have it? Oh, it's the post. Fans, I think we have our winner, Samuel. Congratulations, you're our winner of the Coca-Cola halftime contest. All right, fans, make some noise for Samuel and Malaya. Unity FC would like to acknowledge our proud club sponsors. Coca-Cola, real magic is only a sip away. Empire CPA, proud sponsor and official club accounting firm. And Rona, a leading name in Canada's home improvement sector.
Welcome back inside Cloverdale Athletic Park, or outside Cloverdale Athletic Park here as we get set for the second half of action between Unity FC and the TSS Rovers. The Rovers thought they had themselves ahead in the 23rd minute. Offside call on Sofia Ferremo. And Unity did the same thing in the 32nd minute. 9 minutes later, Manchester City thought she put her team ahead. The smoke machine went off. Everyone thought they'd scored. And it was Sadu who put the head to the back of the net, but it was offside. So she was able to put one officially into the back of the net, 36th minute, her second of the season, which gave Unity the lead, and that's where they stand at the start of the second half. Unity moving left to right in the white and pink jerseys, and TSS right to left in the white and red jerseys, the red jerseys with the white jersey numbers on your broadcast screen. And we're underway in a second half of action here. Beautiful evening in the heart of Surrey. 16 degrees at kickoff temperatures. Probably cooled off a little bit. Tonight will be a little bit cooler as well for the men's game. That's at 7 o'clock.
Entering the game, number 27, Abigail Anderson.
Abby Anderson checking in for Unity just now. Brought ahead by Hendricks for Charity Field. Erin Van Dolder was terrific in the first half for TSS. Sophie Campbell back to her goalkeeper, May Hobenshield. Hobenshield, a fourth-year Rover, former TRU Wolfpack up in Kamloops. Great Canada West Youth Sports program. Just one start was on April the 12th against Vancouver Rise Academy. Friesen nudges it forward. Bishop trying to play it through. Hicks stepped in well for Unity. Stewart. The left side quickly for Kristen Sakaki. Good move by Kashima, driven across, and it just cleared away from Anderson. Just about 2-0 Unity in a heartbeat to start the second half. Hendricks off the side post to the left of goalkeeper Hobenshield. She'll have to get a new ball there from the far side. Back close for Unity to double their lead and put themselves even more in the driver's seat here in the first couple minutes of the second half here. Home opener for Unity 2025. Mentioned in the first half, they're 2-0 to start the season. Winless in their first two last year, so a good start for the hosts to this season. A couple of tough games as well against Burnaby and Whitecaps Rise Academy. Team they've battled in the L1BC Championship a couple times. The Whitecaps now Rise Academy. Jenna Baxter up the left side, collected by Van Dolder. Then for May Hobenshield. Van Dolder back for Sophie Campbell. Bishop under pressure. Anderson, the second half sub. Got it to Bashpai. Now to the right side. Looks like Anderson replaced Manchester City, the goal scorer. Bashpai is well to hold it in. Plays it across off ahead of Campbell. And out to halfway. Cooper. Sakaki with speed. Finds Sina Kashima. Shima left-footed ball towards Anderson. Tried a flying kick on the right side. It just missed it. That would have been acrobatic from Anderson. She was looking to connect there for Unity FC. Bashpai. Bashpai with speed. And foul, free kick in a very good position here for Unity FC. Third foul of the game for TSS unofficially. Stewart will have her captain, Elizabeth Hicks, there as well. See who takes it here. Make that bash pie on the right side. Hicks in the box for Unity FC. Three-person wall here for TSS. Stewart can sure hit the ball. Stewart on her left foot. Teasing ball to the back post, nodded away by Campbell. Cooper back up in the air. Tough one. Just away from Hicks. Well defended by TSS as that ball popped right up back in the top of the 18. Caitlin Chu came in midway through the first half for Taylor Nekic. Aaron Van Dolder. Intercepted here by Anderson. Telegraphed it well. Abby Anderson. Saved by Hope and Shields. For the amount of pressure both teams have had, just 5 shots combined. And 4 on target, 2 for each team. Claire Yee up the right side for Delana Friesen. Friesen with pace. Cooper defending. Friesen on her right foot, top of the 6-yard box, and it's just nudged away in time by Hendricks. Sets Baxter off to the races for Kashima. Charity Field. Back to the left side. Cooper trying to turn away. Was Kristen Sakaki. Sakaki played in 2022 for Unity. Also played one appearance rather, in the bronze medal game at the League One Canada and Provincial Championships. Abby Anderson actually played for the Whitecaps in that tournament out at Willoughby Community Stadium. Goal kick here for Hope and Shield. In the TSS box. Van Dolder. Intercepted by Kashima, that just kind of skipped off her left leg into touch. Van Dolder into her own box here. Friesen. Good hold-up play again from Delana Friesen. 30-year Rover from McNeese State and NCAA. Kramer, look out on a bounce. Claire Yee, Delana Friesen. Ferremo. Caitlin Chu, great ball in, just out of the reach of Katie Bishop. Lovely delivery from Caitlin Chu. Just then was a good position for Captain Bishop to be in proximity to. She's a mainstay midfielder by trade, but snipped a couple of League 1 BC goals to her name in the past few seasons. Former Wilfrid Laurier University player. Katie Bishop missed part of, I believe it was 2022 with an injury. Rover through and through is Bishop. Ferremo for Nina Lewis. Bishop actually looks to be playing higher here with Claire Yee and Delana Friesen. It's Ferremo holding down the fort in a midfield position for TSS. That one off the foot of Bash Pie towards half. Van Dolder. Sakaki will play it to the Unity bench. It will skip out of play and a throw in quickly from Van Dolder to Beaudry. Good step in by Baxter. Keeps her team in possession. Great delivery from Kashima. Baxter. Charity Fields. Kramer playing it ahead. Claire E off to the races for TSS. Both shots on target for TSS came from Claire E, number 7 in red. Ferremo, top of the 18. Feel like her and E will be the two catalysts if TSS are to equalize here on 55 minutes. Friesen has a go, blocked. Couple of blocks in good positions so far in this game for Unity FC. Anderson as well, the battle let it out of play. Chu back for Sophie Campbell, then Van Dolder. Bishop. Just could not find Ferremo. Stewart then for Kashima. Kashima, beautiful turn. Off to the races for Unity FC. Up ahead for Jenna Baxter. Hopenchiel thought about coming out, but thought twice and returned to her net just then. Baxter, well defended by Van Dolder, and TSS will play it out towards half. Claire Yee. Bashpai. Anderson to the right side for Maya Bashpai. Defended really well there by Friesen. And a throw in for Bashpai on this right side. Hendricks picked up by Bishop now. Hicks. Brave header. Hendricks. Good pace from Bashpai to hold it in. Anderson back for Liz Hicks. Strong play from Hendricks, rather under pressure by Ferremo. Two veteran L1BC players. Sakaki to the left side for Baxter. Beaudry for Van Dolder. Delena Friesen and Aaron Van Dolder, two former Treaty United players in Ireland. Friesen signed there last year. Van Dolder played there a few years ago. So professional experience in Unity side. Former TW players in Sakaki and Kashima and for TSS, and Van Dolder and Friesen among others. So much experience throughout these two squads today. Bishop with space, top of the 18. Katie Bishop has a go. Saved by Pahal. Third shot of the game, and Pahal did well to keep it in her grasp as Bishop let fly from about to say 25 yards out, and Pahal equal to the task here. Yasmin Pahal into the Rovers half. Bishop. Nice turn from Kramer there. Skip away from pressure, Stewart. Kramer up that right side for TSS. Elise Beaudry. Sakaki for Baxter. Back to Elizabeth Hicks for Unity FC. Up the right side for Maya Bashpai. Good speed here from Bashpai. Well contended though by Ferremo. He's run a lot today for TSS. Play towards half. Cooper steps in. Danielle Cooper for Maya Bashpai. For Abby Anderson, who stays on side. Anderson teasing ball into the 18. Be chased down by Kashima, and just late rush by Beaudry. Didn't do enough to keep it in play. Quick throw in for Unity up the left side, Kashima. Beaudry. Van Dolder up in the air, collected by Hendricks, who nudged it down, but Jenna Baxter. Baxter up, saved. That was a stinger from Baxter from about 25. And another chance for Unity, a couple in this early going in the second half to try and double their lead, which should be critical for them at this point of the game. Heavy shot power there from Jenna Baxter. She's already got 3 on the year, 9 over the last 2 seasons, 6 last year with TSS and 3 this year. Just about made it 4 and 2 for her team on the day. Charity Field, the corner kick. It's a good one towards Hicks. Just could not put a boot on it to the back of the net. And a great look for Elizabeth Hicks. Great ball in though from Charity Field. Corner kick deliveries from Unity FC today have been absolutely brilliant. Faremo. Van Dolder. Faremo. Bishop. Good step in there by Hendricks. Hendricks for Baxter. Baxter 1-on-3, got it back for Hendricks. Kashima. Now Baxter. Hendricks up in the air for Anderson. Long effort. Sails over the goal there from Aaron Stewart. Obenshield quickly distributes for Caitlin Chu. Claire Yee just couldn't find Beaudry, tried to keep it in play. Thrown from Sakaki. Didn't want a Unity corner again at Lewis, so concedes a throw instead of a corner. And judging by the way that Unity's been able to play those corners today, good decision. Sina Kashima's race is run. She'll come out as a substitution. Same with Aaron Stewart. As Leanna Holtz comes in for Unity FC. Along with Ainsley Awaziak. Played 27 minutes last week against Vancouver Rise Academy at Awaziak. Scored her first of the season.
Unity FC substitution in the 63rd minute. Leading the game, number 13, Aaron Stewart. Entering the game,
Van Dolder.
number 11, Leanna Holtz.
For Sophie Campbell.
Unity FC third substitution of the game.
Faremo.
Game, number 24, Sana Kashima.
Up ahead from Van Dolder. Way by
Number
Sakaki,
16,
but
Ainsley Lewis.
Kramer's attempt to try and keep it in play went off the edge of her cleat. Kramer for Claire Yee. Throwing for Sakaki. It's about the 65th minute of play here. Cloverdale Athletic Park, the lone goal off the head of Manchester Sadu in the 36 minutes. Second goal of the season. She came off at halftime for Abby Anderson, who's been equally as dangerous here for Unity FC. Ferremo. Goal kick for Yasmin Pahal, who's saved a couple of Claire Yee efforts today, and a heavy shot from Katie Bishop earlier on in this half. Bishop a little bit higher up the pitch here. As TSS look for the equalizer. Rovers a win and 2 losses to start the season. Their first 3 games is match week 4 for them, and overall in the L1BC. Claire Yee turns away from pressure. Nudged away there by Danielle Cooper. Ferremo. Got it away from Holtz. Kramer. Holtz is opposite 11 as well to find Claire Yee. He'll try one. Don't know if it was a pass or a shot, but it sails wide to the right. Yasmin Pahal. Pahal will take the goal kick here. Kramer through for Delana Friesen. Friesen for Yee. Little heel click there from Kramer. Nina Lewis for Katie Bishop. Little 1-2 back for Bishop. Anderson stepped in bravely. Ball was bouncing. Chu, Kramer. TSS ratcheting up the pressure here. Ferremo for Claire Yee, who stays onside. No, she didn't. It was late flag. And another chance for Claire Yee. Third golden opportunity of the game for the Rovers. And that one no more important as she tried to equalize for her squad. Pahal made a brilliant save and an equally as dangerous opportunity the first half. Pahal will distribute for Unity on the free kick on the offside call. TSS did have one disallowed in the first half due to the offside flag, just about a second. But again, Pahal played to the whistle, turned aside Claire Yee to keep it 1-0 for her squad. Bishop. Back for Beaudry, now Van Dolder. Just away from Charity Field. May Hobenshield. Misfiring on the pass was Nina Lewis. Baxter. Field will skip one towards Hobenshield. Made the save. Beautiful play on that right side from Beaudry. She's been brilliant today for TSS. 18 games played with SFU last season, 17 starts, 1 goal. Bishop. Friesen for Beaudry. Claire Yee on that right touchline as the Swan Guardians urging their team on this near side. Rovers haven't had a whole lot of possession to work with here. Trying to turn this game on its head here in the 70th minute. Faremo. In the end line for Friesen. Tried to win a corner, she did. Well defended by Hicks, who didn't like it, but corner kick here for the TSS Rovers. 6 of the game. Again, 2 players for TSS in that corner. Quickly played by Beaudry. Holds it in, plays it across for Faremo, the equalizer. Sophia Faremo, she was disallowed in the first half on the offside, and her second of the season equalizes for TSS. In the 71st minute, off a corner. Faremo was bound to score, her Claire Yee. But it's Faremo on a corner. So Sophia Faremo's second goal of the season has equalized for TSS. And they had been slowly chipping away, trying to find the equalizer. Now they have. Thanks to Faremo, her second of the season. With 19 minutes to go, Faremo equalizes. And what do we have in store in the final 19 minutes plus change here this afternoon? First of this doubleheader today, men's game at 7, but all to play for here. Unity looks to continue to keep their winning streak alive to start the year. Won their first 2. TSS looking to snap a 2-game skid here. Danielle Cooper was ushered by Friesen, forced to throw in for TSS. Claire Yee. Playing as a right winger here is Claire Yee. Beaudry comes over to take, who made that great play in the end line to keep it in play after the corner kick was taken short. Faremo was the one to slam it home, equalize for the Rovers. Beaudry for Nina Lewis. And Van Dolder plays it over the top, looking for the run of Claire Yee. Back for it is Sakaki. Oh, might have conceded a corner there. She did. Brilliant play by Claire Yee. Didn't give up on it. 6th corner of the match for the Rovers, who just equalized off a corner. Can they take the lead on their 6th corner kick of the match this afternoon? Again, 2 players over on the flag. Taken short again. Play it back towards Sophie Campbell. Make that Sophia Kramer. Channels it through. Ball across. Faremo. And Friesen just missed it. Van Dolder keeps it in the near side. Erin Van Dolder for Delana Friesen, who was offside. Will be a free kick for Unity just to the right of their 18. Elizabeth Hicks towards half. Hunted down just past Charity Field. Van Dolder for her captain Bishop. Field for Anderson. Struck a body with that pass. Up ahead. Chu lost it. Anderson. Katie Bishop. Sophie Campbell for Nina Lewis. Campbell. Just got it past the outstretched leg of Liana Holtz, who came into the second half, placing Sina Kashima. Kramer. Bishop. Able to win that one was Kylie Hendricks, but did well to try and do so. Beaudry lost it. Baxter just tried to, and in turn find Owaziak, who scored in as a sub last week. Did Owaziak? Does she have that in her back pocket today to try and regain the lead for Unity FC? 75th minute. Van Dolder lifts it ahead. Hicks with the header down. Wozniak does well to win Unity FC, a throw in on that left side. Kristen Sakaki to take. Sakaki, a professional overseas for a couple of seasons after finishing her TW career in 2021, played with Saint Etienne and Norrköping in Sweden. Friesen tried to play it back. Campbell for Katie Bishop. All the way back here to Hobenschild, who's advanced a little bit for TSS. Caitlin Chu, played for by Maya Bashpai, and thrown on the left side for TSS upcoming after this Unity FC substitution. Charity Field coming out for Unity FC.
Leaving the game, number 17, Charity Field. Entering the game, number 14, Luciana Andrews. Time of substitution, 77 minutes.
Andrews coming in here for Unity FC to replace Charity Field. A lovely back heel just then from Van Dolder. Risky, but it paid off for TSS. We're looking to find the winner. Sotir Unity just making a sub. Well-placed header by Cooper away from a couple of Rovers who were rushing up the field to try a counterattack after a Unity chance just before. Throw in for Sakaki. Van Dolder all the way back to May Hobenschild. Gets rid of it for Bishop. Ball was bouncing. Close contention was teaming it last year at TSS Baxter, but Bishop was able to get it out of danger's way. Rovers playing with fire defensively here as Hobenschild finds Campbell. Nina Lewis. Good pressure from Unity up the pitch. Kramer, a nice turn. Done a lot of good things offensively today. Can Kramer get that killer punch here to try and get the 2-1 goal for TSS with still lots of time left on the clock. Ferremo tried to play it through for Friesen, who was offside, went to tag up, but will be a goal kick for Yasmin Pahal. As now TSS making a substitution of their own. Claire Yee will make way. In comes Jessica Merck.
Rover substitution in the 78th minute.
Merck had started 2 of the first 3 games of the year for TSS, 138 minutes to date so far. Goal kick for Pahal here. Just about the 80th minute. Beautiful Saturday afternoon, Cloverdale Athletic Park, Surrey, BC. Unity's 2025 home opener. They won't play at home again until May the 17th, but looking to finish this afternoon strong in front of a great crowd. Anderson with speed to the byline. Fouled maybe by Campbell. She was judged to have fouled Campbell herself, and it will be a free kick to the left of Hobenshield. There's a few people waiting with bated breath to see the outcome of that one, but it will be a free kick the way of TSS. Quickly taken it by Campbell for May Hobenshield. Nina Lewis. Quickly up the right side. Van Dolder. Bishop. Sophia Ferremo. Good step in by Sakaki. Cooper. Baxter. Just unable to hold it and was sub a few minutes ago. Luciana Andrews. They now play the first 2 games of the year for Unity FC. First appearance of the season for Andrews. Played 11 games last year with Unity. 2 goals. Just finished her rookie season with TW. 21 games, 11 starts as a rookie, a goal and 2 assists. Free kick here for Unity, just about 15 yards in front of their 18. Sakaki just too far ahead of Owaziak. Holtz. That one just walloped out of play by Pahal to the parking lot on the far side. 82nd minutes here from Cap. Danielle Cooper racing back. Goal kick here for Pahal as the ball went over the end line. Pahal to her right for Liz Hicks. Again for Maya Bashpai. Then Anderson for Bashpai. The right flank bounces on the turf for Campbell. Just skipping away. And now it's a chance for Baxter. Ooh, well intercepted there by Campbell. Baxter trying to get her team in lead here against her former team. Free kick for TSS. Hobenshield on delivery from Campbell. Release Beaudry up the right side. Now Van Dolder. Bishop. Chu for Ferremo. Well intercepted by Anderson. It goes back for Elizabeth Hicks. Hicks up towards half for Baxter. Plays it wide right for Bashpai. Campbell clattered by Bashpai. Quickly played by Bashpai for Baxter. Well played, Baxter. Oh, struck something in the 6. Baxter for Anderson. Anderson, great delivery! And Andrews off of her head out of play. who jumped up in a good position there to the second-year Unity player. Just then, Luciana Andrews, who came in as a sub about 15 minutes ago. Goal kick played short. Campbell rather for Van Dolder. Approaching the 85th minute here. Outed forward by Hicks. Holtz just cushioned it nicely for Sakaki, who I think wins her side of throw. Yes, she does. Just took a bit of a deflection off a TSS cleat. Baxter over the top. Baxter gets a boot on it. Brilliant play, but is that a penalty kick? Yes, it is. It looks like a penalty kick here for Unity FC in the 86th minute. And it will be Jenna Baxter looking for her 4th of this season. 10th in the last 2 seasons against her former team, the Rovers here. Can she put her team ahead? Jenna Baxter! Perfectly placed! 2-1 Unity FC! Baxter!
Unity fans, hands up!
Wonderful!
Football talks!
Baxter, a beautiful penalty kick to put Unity ahead, 2-1. What an effort from Baxter. Picked a corner to the right of Hobenshield, who slid to her, or dove to her left rather. And Baxter ensures her team has a lead late after a ball bounced on the turf, struck an arm of a Rover.
Unity FC
And Unity want more. Baxter trying to turn on the near side. Plays it ahead for Anderson. Abby Anderson on the deck across. Oh, what a save by Hobenshield. Brilliant stop. Last ditch effort was able to get a glove to it and keep it 2-1, just about 3-1. And a wonderful save by the Rovers keeper to deny Unity once again. Here in the 87th. Great chance, great save from Hobenshield, reactionary. Gives her team some life here. Long boot up the pitch. Awaziak. Andrews channels it through, but it'll skip towards Hobenshield. Nina Lewis. Good pressure. Just then from Sakaki. That one missed the boot of Hendricks, who recoups, but Friesen wins it back for Remo. Good ball through from Kramer to the right side. Will be a throw on the left side for TSS. Now a corner for the Rovers. As Clara Fisher-Credo just checked in for TSS.
Leaving the game, number 21, Jenna Baxter.
As Baxter comes out for for Unity.
Number 2, Caitlin Cooper.
And in comes Caitlin Cooper. Second Cooper on the pitch here for Unity FC. Corner kick for TSS. Lofted ball. Pahal got a glove to it, and Hendricks just tries to clear it. Some pressure here. Look out, says Cooper. That's Caitlin Cooper. Just about slid it through for Anderson. She's got the pace. Caitlin True retreating. Gets rid of it as we approach the 90th minute. See how much added time there will be. with Unity ahead 2-1 here. Looking to go 3-0 on the season to start 2025. For a trip to Len United next Saturday for hosting Evolution here on May the 17th, another 4:30 kickoff. Ball bounced just in front of Danielle Cooper, who boots it at a play to her left. It'll be 3 minutes of added time. Foul, free kick for TSS. Just in front of their bench on the far side. Great match between these two. First of 2 meetings this season. Unity hold the advantage, 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw in the prior 6 matches. This one played towards Friesen, knotted down, loose in the 6. And off a body goal kick there is Credo, the sub, tried an effort. Goal kick for Pahal, who will slowly ensure that time ticks down. She'll take the delivery. Every second counts in a game like this where both teams at any moment can change the game. Caitlin Cooper bowled over by Nina Lewis. Greta will quickly get it to Sakaki, who will take her time with a free kick here. Unity pushing numbers forward, but not too many, with TSS trying to equalize. Unity nursing a lead here. Andrews fell. Did so well to battle it back. Hendricks. Play on, says the referee, Ben Ritson. Caitlin Cooper, a sub from moments ago. Just take it to the far corner. Lewis trying to battle it free. Beaudry lost it. Cooper turned it back, but stepping in it was Fremo. Kramer and Andrews, a good battle. Misfiring was Sakaki, but Danielle Cooper will play it ahead. And now quickly, Caitlin Cooper up the left side, beautifully skips past the challenge of Lewis. And will be a throw-in for Unity FC. Luciana Andrews over to take. That will be Caitlin Cooper with Andrews in support. Cooper faked the long throw. It's a missed throw, and it will be a chance for TSS to take. Tried the fake. Back for Van Dolder. Will have to get rid of it quickly. Long boot towards half. Cooper allowed it go back to Sakaki up the left side. Caitlin Cooper tried to nudge past a challenge. Beautiful weighted ball on that left side for Andrews. Will post up against Van Dolder. Surely just seconds remaining here. Unity looking to go 3-0. And they will get thrown on that right side. Beaudry. And it is 3-0 to start the season for Unity. 2-1 win over TSS. Courtesy of an 86th-minute penalty kick goal from Jenna Baxter, who's got goals in 3 straight to start the season for Unity this year. And the hosts walk away in their home opener of the 2025 season. 2-1 victors over TSS in a game that certainly didn't lack dramatics. Both teams had disallowed goals in the first half, 23rd minute for Remo and 32nd minute Manchester City. But it was Jenna Baxter in the 86th after Unity opened the score in the 36th, courtesy of Sidiou. 71st tying it was Remo. And 86th, as mentioned, Jenna Baxter, 4th of this season. 3 straight with a goal. And Unity are 2-1 winners on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here at Cloverdale Athletic Park. Men's game coming up at 7 o'clock, just about 35 minutes time. Hope you join us for that stream as well. But your final in this third game of the season for Unity. First at home here on the stream, Unity FC 2, TSS Rovers 1.